of collateral damage that can be done to Americans as a result of the potential racially disparate impact of prohibiting people from participating in research based on prior convictions that they may have. New York City is often known as one of the more progressive places in the country, but I'm ashamed of the fact that it is also the marijuana arrest capital of the world. More people in New York City over the last decade or so have been arrested for simple possession of marijuana than in any other place in the world. And the unfortunate part about that, even in a place like New York City that prides itself on social, racial, economic inclusion, is that a disproportionate number of the people arrested are Black and Latino. Even though everyone acknowledges that whites use marijuana at the same or equal numbers than African Americans and Latinos in New York City and across the nation. Yet it appears, based on the fact that more than 80% of the arrests for possession of marijuana, misdemeanor possession of marijuana in New York City, are largely young Black and Latino males. How do you account for that in New York City? It's because in certain neighborhoods, the Upper East Side, the Upper West Side, the Village, Chelsea, Williamsburg, Park Slope, college campuses, apparently possession of marijuana is viewed as socially acceptable behavior. But in other neighborhoods, such as the ones that I represent in Bedford-Stuyvesant or Brownsville, East New York, Coney Island, parts of the Bronx, Southeast Queens, North Shore of Staten Island, the same possession of marijuana apparently is criminal behavior. And the dividing line in those neighborhoods is race. And so we are branding people, hurting their ability to move forward in a whole host of ways and pursue the American dream for doing the same exact thing that others are doing with respect to marijuana with no justification other than race and socioeconomics. So, Mr. Chairman, I would just encourage you, I support the underlying bill and Representative Gates' efforts here, but this really is an urgent situation that needs to be addressed before there can be any really meaningful floor action in this Congress. I yield back.
With the gentleman yield.
Sure.
I hear you, and my offer is bona fide. We will work on some kind of language that covers simple possession without other related offenses, and that would not be considered a felony in one place. And we recognize the problem you see in New York. Similar things occur in other places, but then also different things occur in other places. We've got to find some language that encompasses that. I do not believe drug-related misdemeanor covers it, so it's got to be something different than that, but we'll find it. I'd like to get to a vote, but for purposes of the gentleman from California, Steve Rector.
Move to strike last word.
Gentleman's recognized.